अष्टोत्तर शत श्री 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 सभे चरणानंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की श्रीमद् भागवत की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवय भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्ण। It's okay? Very little. Welcome all of you for the Sunday Feast program. Kanna Mangala Yatri ki jai. Very little. One, if possible. That's the minimum? Switch it off. Maybe that one. As I was telling, very nice to see all of you. So I was discussing with Arjuna Prabhu. So he mentioned you can pick any topic you like. So I thought, okay, let me discuss some very important story and a lesson from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chalega na? Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. This is from Antya Leela, chapter 9 to 20. Specifically, talking about some important pastime. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. This is how the prayer starts here in this particular chapter, where prayers are said to Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Some more are expected, or this is all the Sunday crowd?
Come gradually, come.
They'll come around. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. You might have heard from various sources when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Puri, it was a yearly ritual or a yearly practice that devotees from Bengal used to go to Puri, stay for some time, go back. Correct? You have heard this. The only language, English, no other language, है ना? Translation नहीं है इधर. नहीं, only one language. अच्छा. Because I am used to very many languages there. You know, like. So, like this, when devotees in one particular year, when they came to Jagannath Puri, this particular part of the chapter in Antyalila talks about one glorious personality. Along with the troop, one devotee named Kali Dasa also joined, it seems. Kali Dasa. Have you heard about this story? Kali Dasa in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anybody have heard? No? Good, no? अच्छा लगता है बोलने के लिए मुझे. And this gentleman devotee Kalidasa never uttered anything apart from the holy name, it seems. What do we understand from this? He never uttered anything apart from the holy name. How does he transact? You know, only holy names. If he keeps telling, how does he transact in a social life and in our life here? What does this mean? That means he used to avoid all prajalpa, all sorts of nonsense, right? That is the main understanding. Chaitanya Charitamrita records that Kalidasa was a very advanced devotee, not ordinary, very advanced devotee. Yet he was very simple and liberal. Look at the qualities highlighted in Chaitanya Charitamrita about an advanced devotee. अरे ये बहुत एडवांस डिवोटी है. What should be the characteristic? The outcome should be, he should be very simple by nature, very liberal here. Like Mahaprabhu, Mahavadanyaya, very liberal. That is the nature he possessed. And he would chant Harinam, you know, while he performs all ordinary dealings. Suppose, you know, ghar ka kaam, doing things at home or maybe work, always Harinam used to be on the lips. Hari, Hari. Hari, Hari. Hari, Hari. Hari, Hari. Mahaprabhu always used to love telling these two names apart from Mahamantra. And this devotee always, you know, like that. In Kannada they say, Matu Matige Hari Anabeko. Purandara Das from Udupi. He says, in every dealing, somehow you bring the name of Hari, Hari. Matu Matige Hari Anabeko. So this is how, and this particular devotee, Kalidasa, whose pastime we are hearing now, he is none other than the uncle of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. That Paniyati's pastime, you know, Raghunath Das Goswami, one among the 6 Goswamis, correct? His uncle he is actually. Look at the relation, Raghunath Das Goswami and Kalidas. What a combination, yeah? My God. And it's given here throughout his life, not sometimes, throughout his life, Kalidasa, even in his old age, used to eat the remnants of the food left by the Vaishnavas. This was his regular practice. And it's recorded here, Kalidasa ate the remnants of food from as many Vaishnavas as there in Bengal during his time. Look at it. He would go to all the Vaishnavas born in a Brahmana family. They may be neophyte or maybe advanced devotees also. He would present them with gifts of very, first class eatables so that they could offer and eat. This was his very unusual behavior from this devotee Kalidasa. There are some lessons for us to learn. That's the reason I picked this particular chapter. He would beg remnants of food from such Vaishnavas, and if they do not give, Are Baba, what is that? How can I give my juta? If they say like that, TK, he would go and hide somewhere. That was his unusual, peculiar behavior of Kalidas. After the Vaishnavas, when they finished eating, naturally they will throw, right, the remainings, whatever is there, banana leaves they will eat and they will throw it out, right? And this gentleman devotee, Kalidasa, come out of his hiding and he would take the remnants and sometimes he would lick the banana leaf. That was his behavior. Unusual, right? Are Baba, kya chal raha hai? But it is recorded in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He would take gifts to the homes of Vaishnavas born even in Shudra families. He would again hide and in this manner eat the remnants of the food they have thrown away. That was his usual practice. During his time, there was another great Vaishnava whose name is mentioned here as Jadu Thakura. He belonged to something like they say Bunimali caste. Kalidasa went to his home taking some mangoes, along with him. So he gave it to him. They had some discussion, naturally. Devotees, when they meet, they will talk. They had some discussion. Then Jadu Thakura told, because if you talk about Raghunath Das Goswami, he's a very rich, right? He was like a crorepati bolte hai na. He was a crorepati, like he was very, very rich. His uncle. So then he said, Jadu Thakur says, my dear sir, I'm basically from a lower caste. I'm outcast, untouchable. And you are from a very rich mercantile family. That too a bada Vaishnava hai. How come today you have come here, like that? And since you have come, I should give you something. I cannot send you, but I am a Shudra. I will do one thing, Kalidasa. If you permit me, I will send some foodstuff to some Brahmana's house. They will nicely cook and they will give prasadam to you. That will be the best I could do. He says like that. Kalidasa replies, please bestow your mercy upon me. I have come to see you. Please bestow your mercy. Simply by seeing you, I have become purified. If Kalidasa is telling, I have become purified simply by seeing you, just look at the gravity or the potency of Jadu Thakur, correct? You should be very exalted. I am very much obligated to you. For my life is now successful. I have come to your house, I have met you, I have given some offering to you. My life is successful. Very many wonderful teachings are written here. We will go through it. My dear sir, I have one desire. Can you please place your feet upon my head? Who asks? Kalidasa asks Jadu Thakur. So that the dust on your feet may touch my head. He was shocked. Are Baba, what is this? Jadu Thakur says, what is this your request? It is not befit you to ask this of me. I belong to a very low caste. You are a very respectable, rich gentleman, Vaishnava. So, to counter his arguments, Kalidasa started reciting some verses from the scriptures. Hearing this, he was not in a position to respond at all. He was very happy. Jadu Thakur was very happy because he recited certain verse. Because he told, "Arey, मैं बहुत बड़ा शूद्र हूँ. How can I offer you food? How can I put my feet on your head? Arey Baba, how can I do that?" Then he gives very many counter information. So he says, even though one is a very great learned Pandit in Sanskrit literatures, if he is not engaged in Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service to Vasudeva, he is not accepted as devotee. That is the conclusion of the scripture. But Mad Bhakta Swapacha Priyaha, if somebody born in a family of Chandala or a dog eater, and this person, he doesn't have any motive, if he is a pure devotee, pure Vaishnava, who doesn't have any motive to do these fruitive activities or any sort of mental speculation, and is a pure Vaishnava, he is said to be very dear. And whatever he offers such a person, look at it, it is very difficult sometimes even to digest the way, but that is a fact which we as Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis should digest. Whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are indeed worshipable like I am. This is what the Lord is telling. Even though he may be born in a Chandala family, if he is a pure Shuddha Bhakta, this is there, no? What is that? Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyashi, Shudra Kainanaya, E Krishna Tattva Vetta, Se Guru Haya. If he is perfectly situated in Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Tattva, Se Guru Haya is the spiritual master also. Even though he is from a low caste Chandala family. This is what he gives. He gives all these narrations. Then he was very happy to hear. Who? Jadu Thakur. Very happy, but still, "Re Baba, how do I give my juta to you? And you are also telling that you have to keep I have to keep my on your head. This is not possible." So like this, the discussion goes on. Then Jadu Thakur says, yes, whatever you told, I cannot say no, because you have pulled it from a very bona fide source. Yes, this is true. This is a true version of the Shastras. But this is for genuinely advanced devotees in Krishna, not for me. He says like that. Such a position may befit others, but I do not possess such spiritual power. I belong to a lower caste and not even a pinch of devotion to Krishna. See, this is how. And Prabhupada writes, very, very wonderfully here. There are many things which we cannot go through. So, in Garuda Purana especially, very nice one, Bhaktir Astavida I Esha Esmin Mlecha Pivartate Sa Viprendro Muni Shrestha Sa Gnani Sa Cha Pandita. Very nice, we should understand this. It's a pulled from Garuda Purana. Forget about Shudra is much elevated. Even if a person born in a Blecha family, Yasmin Blechepi Vartate, even if he is born in a Blecha family, if he becomes a devotee, he is to be considered the best of the Brahmanas and a learned Pandita. Even though he is born in a Blecha family, if he is fixed in devotional science, he should be considered as the best of the Brahmanas and a learned Pandita. Generally, you might have seen, socially people comment about our society. Arey, American guru hai, German ka guru hai, black guru hai, brown guru hai na? Srila Prabhupada says, ये सब चमड़ी के experts हैं. What do you say in English? चमड़ी के expert? Skin specialist. Huh? Dermatologist. Very good. Huh? So it's not like that. See the information from Garuda Purana. Even though he may be a Mleccha, whoever it is, hey Krishna Tattvavetta, say Guru Haya. If he's fixed in spiritual science, fixed in devotion to Lord, he is a learned Pandit, he is better than a Brahmin, he is to be accepted as a Vaishnava. So these are all the things he gives actually. We should be very careful about these things. Archa Vishnum Shiladir, Gurusur Naramatir, Vaishnave Jati Buddhir. We should be very careful as Vaishnavas, very careful. Hare Krishna. Archa Vishnum Shiladir, anybody who consider the deity in the temple a stone or a wood or a panchaloha, Gurusur Naramatir, Guru is an ordinary person, yeah. He's very ordinary. He does the same thing like us. He's American, you see. He's Indian, you see. Bengali ka hai Guru. Gurusur Naramatir. If you think him as an ordinary person, Vaishnava Jati Buddhi, if there is one Vaishnava, he may be previously, it's okay. Whatever may be the caste, whatever may be the place, circumstances, take hai. If he is a Vaishnava now, he belonged to this caste, yeah. He is from a Shudra caste, he is from a Vaishnava, he is from a Brahmin family, he is from a Bengali family. Huh? Yasyava Narakisa. If we do these things, we will be the fit candidates for hellish life, it seems. Yasyava Narakisa. We will qualify ourselves to become, they say, no, you are qualified, disqualified. No, we will qualify ourselves to become a fit, towards hellish life. Yasyava Narakisa. So we should be careful, very, very careful. To digest these things is very tough. Accept these things, especially in Indian rigid social system, is very tough. But these are the verdict from the scriptures. We should accept. So this is how the talk is going on. Then finally, Kalidasa thought, nothing will happen from Jari Thakur. So he told, okay, chalo, I will leave. He took the permission and he went. बाद में, he had brought some mangoes, no? He told, Jadu Thakur told, please offer it to the Lord. Offer it here. They enjoyed the mangoes. Wife also enjoyed. Naturally, the seed and all, what they will do, they'll just throw it away. Correct? They'll just throw it away. Then, what was Kalidasa was doing? Whenever somebody don't give, Are mat de do. What is the problem? I'll go and hide somewhere. And anyway, you will throw, then he will come. Kalidasa comes. All, they say, no, Punah, Charvita, Charvananam, what is that? That sloka. They have taken, but nothing is left. But still, he just pickled that thing and he was trying to see, just eating. Very unusual, peculiar, but this is recorded in the bona fide scripture. And also, what he did, when Jadu Thakur had come outside, naturally he had put his feet on the mud, no? He has noticed that and he was taking it, smearing it on his head. Arey, ghar mein nahi diya na, no problem. Chalo. Kalidasa was doing these things, peculiar behavior. So he did this and he went. He was very jubilant, it seems, by doing such an act, which it is socially, we think it to be very, very low act, condemned activity. And this great devotee, Kalidasa, he was overwhelmed with jubilation and he developed ecstatic love, it seems. Arey Baba, ye kya ho raha hai? Kya sun raha hu main Sunday program mein? It has nothing to do with me, something we feel like that. In this way, Kalidasa in Bengal, he ate the remnants of food left by all the Vaishnavas residing in Bengal, it seems. His activity, वही activity है पूरा. ये वैष्णव है ना, बड़ा वैष्णव है. चलो थोड़ा dust ले लो, या and the leftover का प्रसादम है ना, वो खाओ मैंने. This is his activity. And this Kalidasa, when he visited Jagannath Puri, along with his troop, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu especially bestowed great mercy upon this gentleman devotee known as Kalidasa, which we'll understand now. Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would regularly visit Jagannath temple, correct? That was his headquarters. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's headquarters was Jagannath Puri. He used to visit regularly. And naturally, he used to have his servant, Govinda. You might have heard his personal secretary was Govinda, and he used to be with him. And at the place where, before entering the temple, it's a practice, to wash the feet. And nowadays, we don't wash because, time, and sometimes, arey chalo yaar, time ho gaya, But that's a good practice. We should wash. At least go wash your hand. At least ek to drop to dalo on the feet and come inside. That's a good practice. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to follow this. So whenever he used to wash his feet, so he had ordered, especially his personal servant Govinda, that when I wash my feet with the water, it's a good practice. Abhi bhi hai, like they take the charnamrut, they will put it on the head. Some they drink also. That's a good practice. But he told nobody should take this water. Who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had personally instructed Govinda, his secretary, nobody should drink or take this. Be very careful. So naturally, because the Lord had given the strict order, everybody used to follow this. But sometimes it's given some of his intimate devotees, sometimes they used to do some tricks and they used to take water. That's given here. Who take it by some trick. They used to do like that. So one day, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was washing his feet in that place, suddenly Kalidasa came. Because that is his. सेवा क्या है? मेरा बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेवा. आपका क्या है? मेरा किचन सेवा है. आपका क्या है? मेरा पुजारी सेवा. कालिदासा का हमेशा वही है. थोड़ा डस्ट ले लो और फूड, लेफ्ट ओवर फूड खाओ और this is what this is his goal of life. He came, he extended his palm to take the water. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told nobody should come in and take my water. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allowed this, it seems. Kalidasa drank one palm full, then a second and a third. Pura. Which is flowing from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divine lotus feet. अच्छा है ना? अच्छा है ना? श्रीमान चैतन्य महाप्रभु की after 3 times when he's followed, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, bas ho gaya yaar, bas ho gaya. I have given you sufficient, which I have not given for many other devotees. Abhi theek hai, itna bhi, mat maro. Like, enough. Itna humility, bapre. Gussa is okay, but humility is not easy to tolerate. Arey Baba, it's okay, it's okay. He says like that. Do not act in this way anymore. I have fulfilled your desire as far as possible. Mahaprabhu, since he is the Lord himself, he could understand from the core of his heart, this gentleman devotee Kalidasa had full faith in the Vaishnavas and the potency and the blessings of the Vaishnavas. He had full faith, and Mahaprabhu knew this. Because of this quality, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu satisfied him with mercy not attained by anybody else during his time. Who will get that mercy here? No, he will become angry. But this person got it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went inside the mandir. He paid obeisance to Lord Narsingadev, and there were wonderful prayers, he says. He does his regular kirtan. Then in the noon, he goes back to his house. Correct? So naturally, when it's a noon time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will take some prasadam and Govinda is to serve. And since he is the Lord in everyone's heart, he could understand, Arey Govinda, dekho, ek aadmi hai bahar. He is waiting for me only. No, he is jokingly, he was referring to Kalidasa only. He was very, Arey, mera Bengal mein, I have taken everyone's prasad. Why not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, Mahaprasad? Hai na? So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood this. He gave the indication to Govinda, Lelo Thoda, you just give it to him, like that. It's a big Mahaprasadya from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus mouth. So, and he ate it. He relished it. Because that is his natural seva. He relished it. Conclusion here is, taking the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas is so valuable that it induced Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to offer Kalidasa his supreme mercy. Because this gentleman, throughout his life, enacted this, he completely bestowed his mercy. He gave his Mahaprasad also. And it's told that, my dear devotees, lesson for all of us, giving up hatred and hesitation. What do they mean? Hatred? Hindi mein hatred kya hai? Nafrat. Giving up hatred and hesitation. Try to eat the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas. Why? Because by doing this, you will achieve your desired goal of life. Sri Vaishnava Mahaprasad ki. Nice, hai na? Just by taking the remnants, you should make it as a practice, taking the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas, it will give us the, the desired goal of life. What is that? Very nicely it is told, when the Lord accepts the bhoga from us, we offer the Lord the bhoga. है ना? Bhoga dete हैं, bhog dete Bhagavan ko. And when it comes back, it is Mahaprasadam. And when the devotees take that, it is known as Mahaprasad Kena. The remnants are said to be much more elevated Mahaprasadam. Here it is told, Bhakta Pada Dhuli, this is the lesson we should learn. Bhakta Pada Dhuli means Vaishnava devotees dust from the lotus feet. Very important, huh? Very important. Now onwards we should be like Kalidas. Yana Prabhu? Huh? Abhinav Prabhu? We should be like Kalidas. Vaishnava Pada Dhuli. Bhakta Pada Jala. One is Vaishnava Pada Dhuli, dust from the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. Bhakta Pada Jala, water that is coming out by, washing the feet of a Vaishnava. Very important. Either you should take it, put it on your head, agar ho sake to, just like Kalidasa. Kalidasi ki, if possible. Then, Bhakta, Bhukta Avashesha, Thina Mahabala. Try to understand this. And the remnants of, what is this? Bhakta, Bhukta Avashesha. Remnants of food left by the devotees. These three. Thina Mahabala. And these three are said to be very, very powerful substances. This is the verdict of Chaitanya Charitamrita. What are the three things, Mataji? Ek bolo. First one?
We have to take the leftover food.
Leftover food. Charanamrut, water that has washed the feet of the devotees' feet. And what is the third one? Dust. These three very powerful substances, actually. Very powerful substances. Look at what has been written here. By rendering service to these three, what is that? Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Pada Jala, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha. Thina Mahabala, very powerful substances. By rendering services to these three, one attains the supreme goal of ecstatic love of Krishna. Krishna प्रेम की बहुत आसान है ना, इतना क्यों लड़ रहे हैं हम जिंदगी में? Why are we fighting? Why are we investing our time and energy on fighting? Talking about others. टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास, बहुत कम है जिंदगी. These three is enough. In all the revealed scriptures, this is loudly declared again and again. These three. We should keep in mind. Therefore, my dear devotees, please hear from me, for I insist again and again. Please keep faith in these three and render service to them without any hatred or hesitation. From these three, one achieves the highest goal of life, ecstatic love of Krishna. And the evidence is Kalidasa himself. He is the greatest evidence. Scripture has given, but who has enacted? Kalidasa has enacted this. This is his pastime from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is how the story goes, pastime goes. Chaitanya, can you give me my mobile? No, it's okay. My son will. Sit down, Prabhu. Okay, there. What is the time now? 11 हो गए. 10 to 11. Close, है ना? 11:30. अच्छा. So, apart from this, before I take the questions, Arjuna Prabhu requested me to specifically touch base on certain subject matter, which I thought, okay, let me discuss. Power of association. Very important, na? What would have happened to our life if there is no good association? Can anybody say? Let's be very straightforward, plain and simple. What would have happened if we had not good association in our life?
We slowly detach from bhakti.
Wonderful. Prabhupada says detached from material world. Very nicely she said. We would have detached from bhakti. You're very nice. Yes. Slowly we would have detached from bhakti and
We have never connected in first place.
yes.
Starting illusion will happen. We are progressing the bhakti, but slowly detached.
Yes. Would have been elsewhere actually, thinking that अरे ये मिला मुझे, चलो जिंदगी बन गई. We are just thinking about this, and we passed so much of time thinking that this will satisfy me, this will satisfy me, this will satisfy me. अरे कितना हो गए, 40 हो गए, 50 हो गए, but still देख लो यार, लास्ट रामबाण है ना, ये हो गई ना, चलो मेरा जिंदगी बन गई. Power of association. We should be very thankful to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. His main intention of opening ISKCON centers is there is a chance for the people who are suffering in this world to come sit and hear. When they hear, the positive sound vibration gets into the ears, resides into the heart. Once it resides nicely in the heart, there will be transformation. Then you could see many things changing internally in his life. So that is why in our movement, we don't believe in conversion, forced conversion. Talwar se, no. Ours is transformation of the heart. Krishna Prajna, what is taught by Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada is transformation of the heart, not a forced conversion. We don't believe in that. So association is very important. So Arjuna Prabhu wanted me to touch base on this power of association. Very important here, very important. Iron rod has value only, it can be molded whenever it is in constant touch with a fire. Varna, it will become, oh my God, it is unbearable. We cannot just touch, but you can mold it when it is in constant touch. So, with regard to power of association, I want to tell one story told by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Beautiful story. I was just going through it. I was inspired, like that. Before, that was the time Maharaj had got personal instruction from Mother Ganga about you should chant these 16 names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that was the time. It was fresh in his mind. And he was looking, what's my next step? If I remember it correctly, one day he came near, Sangam, Ganga or Yamunaka Sangam. He just came there. It was very hot, it seems. You cannot put your feet on the sand. It was so hot. So, but the river was so good. When you go to Kaveri or go to any other river, Narmada, Ganga, we are tempted to get inside. Yes or no? Yes. Ganga Maiya ki. Yes. So we are tempted to get in actually. Maharaj also got in. And he also knew that, it is, if you study the scriptures carefully, Ganga Maya is almost put on the level of Tulsi Maya. Very auspicious. Ganga is auspicious, Tulsi is also extremely auspicious. So he know that the more you are in touch with the sound vibration, Ganga, or you're in the Ganga water, it purifies us. He is telling, I wanted to purify myself. I wanted to purify my existence. So I just swam. And I was enjoying. I didn't know how crossed from this shore to the other side where nobody is there. Are Baba, kahan gaye maine? And he says, he has come to the other side where nobody is there. When he was looking like that, something pulled him down. It was a quicksand, it seems. It is pulling him down. He is telling, who is pulling me? But it's a quicksand. He was going down, but he tried to come out. He just caught hold of a small, branch or a whatever it is. But he uprooted that also. But it was so heavy. He's going down. He struggled. Somehow he came out. When he came out, he was mentioning, Ganga was so fierce, it is splashing. Just imagine, Ganga is so fierce one time. If you go against Ganga is so fierce, quicksand is also there. He's struggling. And you saw one boatman, Are bhai, thoda help karo. But he just saw him, it seems, Aram se gaya. He did not even bother because he just went away. He's telling, he just left me to struggle on my own like that. Then what happened? Then he thought, today I am gone. Niche quicksand, it's pulling me against me. Ganga is so fierce, and the boatman aram se he went. It seems, I'll tell you why he did that. Aram se he went that way. No problem. He just went like that. Then Maharaj struggling, what should I do? Then he just deep into the water now. He is deep, pura submerged. He is thinking, I am gone today. What should I do? Then he remembered what Mother Ganga told, it seems. He started chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Maharaj is telling, I felt very blissful in that situation. What situation? Quicksand, Nietzsche. And here, Ganga is fierce. He felt very blissful, it seems. Very blissful. So he took that association, those words, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, what Mother Ganga had given, that association. That came to his smaran. Then he came out he just chanted, he got all intelligence. Then he thought, Are Baba, Ganga is so fierce here, Yamuna is going peacefully that side. That's why that boatman aram se wahan gaya. He told, either I cannot, sorry. He just went like that. Then Maharaj somehow, he just pulled himself and aram se he came out and sailed through Ganga. What is mentioned here is the power of association. Correct moment, he thought of Mother Ganga and her instructions, especially the Harinam. So what Maharaj is trying to say is, how important for us to be in touch with the devotees, how important for us to be in touch with the spiritual master, temple, deity, our sanskar, our practices. Very, very, very important. That will protect us. What's the time, Mataji? 11:07. Come over time. And he also wanted me to talk on the consistency in our sadhana. One thing we should understand, if there is no sadhana in our life, there will be only Vedana. So sadhana is a must, sir. We cannot escape. Sadhana is a must. But how do I maintain consistency? Yeah? He's a consistent player, Rahul Dravid. You know? Mr. Wall, consistency. How shall I maintain this consistency in sadhana? So this was the question asked. I would like to reply based on the reply given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He says, Krishna is sending us different situations in our life. है ना? If one is a project manager in the company, हम लोग देते हैं, अरे ये कोडिंग करके दे दो, ये टेस्टिंग करो, लॉस ऑफ नेचर हमको देते हैं एवरी डे, है ना, काम. So that's what Maharaj is telling. Krishna is sending different circumstances in our life. Who will give you? ना करके कोई देगा नहीं, ready होगा. एक assignment will be there at your place. Every day one assignment for us. Who is giving us? Laws of nature. Prakriti. Krishna is sending different circumstances. But it is good we learn to adapt actually. If you claim yourself to be a Vaishnava or a Vaishnavi, there will be different situations, different circumstances in life. But we should learn to adapt. Change is, what we say in our corporate language, change is the only constant. है ना? So, रहेगा. हमेशा, every time there will be change, yeah, but we should learn to adapt. But what happens generally, if there is some change, we get bewildered. अरे बाबा क्या हो गए? Yes? Some change, समझो 2 साल एक ही प्रोजेक्ट में, somebody wants to give us, अरे बाबा सपोर्ट चल रहे चलने दो एक और साल. You know, we generally feel like that. है ना? Some change, we become bewildered. So we have to learn to adapt to our consistency in different time, place and circumstances. This is where the beauty of a Vaishnava or a Vaishnavi is highlighted. How easily he adapts to different place, time and circumstances. Just look at his own situation. Is he crying, sitting in a wheelchair? Are Baba, I cannot walk. Varna, I could have done more preaching. Are Baba, you know, if my health was proper, I would have done more preaching. Are chodo yaar. You know, somebody was giving offering to Prabhupada, it seems. Beautifully he says. We say, no, Are, I am very old and weak. How can I go? Srila Prabhupada has told, as displayed, old age is not a constraint for executing devotional service. He went to West at what age, sir? Huh? 67 or something like that? 69. Old age is not a constraint. And His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj has also proved health is also not a constraint for propagating Krishna Bhakti. Somebody gave this wonderful offering. His Guru displayed old age is not a constraint. He displayed health is also not a constraint. हम बोलते हैं ना, अरे बहुत बुखार है ये सब. अरे देख लो. Look at them who are displaying this. So, based on the time, place and circumstances, we should learn to adapt. That's where the beauty of a Vaishnava or a Vaishnavi. So we should see how advanced devotees maintain their service attitude in every situation. Prabhupada, when he was in Gaudiya Math, sorry to say, He had a very bad experience. We all might have bad experiences in the yatras, right? Yes, there will be, sir, there will be. अरे prison में क्या थोड़ा pool का बारिश रहेगा क्या? In a prison house. World is a prison house, yeah. Durga. It is not just for, some nice dialogue delivery during Bhagavatam class. Durga means jail. Let's accept. है ना? Durga means jail. This is a jail. Jail में क्या रहेगा, माताजी? Can we expect something? Not many, every time, right? Only sometimes. Sometimes. Every time you will face a lot of challenges, sir. You will face a lot of challenges. Why I came to this, I just missed out. Why I came to this particular point? Yes, every time there will be a lot of discomfort in our life. That is because that is the nature of this world. This is kunta. Kunta means it's place full of miseries. It's complete misery. Sorry, don't get disappointed. Arey Baba, मैंने सोचा Bhagavatam में कुछ सुने, like I'm coming, this person is telling you completely, full of anxiety. ये सच है. But Srila Prabhupada says, how we can experience bliss even in this most hopeless world is by adopting principles of Bhakti Yoga, Navavida Bhakti Marga, 9 processes of devotional service, which starts from Shravana Kirtanam, all those things. So you are hearing, you are doing like this. By following this, Srila Prabhupada says the gravity of unhappiness, the gravity of, sorrow could be brought down to a minimum level, it seems. Minimum level. Acha hai na Prabhu? Samjho, for one person, for his karma, he should get 10 slaps. Why, sir? If he gets 1 slap, acha hai na? Instead of 10, ye acha hai na? That's what Prabhupada is telling. Bhakti yoga karo, 10 slaps will get curtailed to 1 slap. Acha hai na Prabhu? So let's do this. So, we should see how advanced devotees maintain their service attitude in every situation. This is Kali Yuga. There will always be disturbance. Anybody says, मेरा life settle है, अरे बोलो, अरे झूठ मत बोलो यार, जोक मत बोलो यार, जोक मत बोलो, बोल रहे, सब settled है, क्या settled है भाई? Where is the settlement? Permanent Settlement Act we have heard during our school. अरे क्या है, सब बकवास है. Without Krishna Bhakti, there is no happiness in this world. Very difficult to digest, but that is a fact. Prabhupada says emphatically, without Krishna Bhakti, forget it. Forget it. This is Kali Yuga, there will always be disturbance. There will be some problems in Kali Yuga, but we should be determined to serve Krishna and the spiritual master. We should always be determined to serve Krishna and the spiritual master. So, disciple means discipline. So, he should maintain the consistency in maintaining the sadhana. If you don't maintain consistency, what happens? The mind overrules us. It destroys us, I am telling you. So, you should never give chance to not somebody else's mind. My own mind. My own mind. Maro. बोलेगा ना, मारो झाड़ू से. भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर says, not Ravindra Nitai. झाड़ू पकड़ो, मारो सुबह और evening. Whose mind? Not somebody else's mind. My own mind. My own mind. मारो सुबह और evening. मारो, झाड़ू पकड़ के मारो. हरि नाम से, हरि नाम का झाड़ू पकड़ के मारो. वरना it will hit you. It will hit you. Don't allow. Don't allow. Okay? And the last thing he wanted me to touch base is the missionary mood of Srila Prabhupada. I don't want to give another class here. Just end up with one single statement of his wonderful spiritual master. Pranachayar seyitu prachar. If a person calls himself to be living, he should preach, it seems. If not, he is a dead body. His spiritual master says. When we preach, why do you think I came from 40 kilometers मेरा घर इधर से? कितना? 40 kilometers. Only 40 kilometers. Other side of Bangalore. I have come here because I relish preaching. He gave me the opportunity. Chalo, Bhakti Ruksha, some 3-4 ribbon cutting chal raha hai aaj, new devotees. Chalo, I was more inspired to see them. Chalo, then he gave this also, I accepted. If we don't preach, we'll become dead body. We'll become dead actually. So हमको preach doesn't mean that don't get scared. You should sit on the Vyasasana, you should give. No, अरे बाबा थोड़ा share करो. You might have, there are so many films, no? Previously शोले film, अभी animal आ गए, और इतना अच्छा है, वो अच्छा है. You share ना, वैसे ही बोलो. मैं कन्नामंगला गया था, एक आदमी आया था, like क्या ऐसा बोला, 3 things, bhakta dhuli, all such things he was saying. अरे share करो, वही preaching हो गए. What will happen when you start preaching? It purifies us. If I preach, purification happens here. And if you also get purified, अरे बाबा ये तो win-win है ना? 2 sides. So we should be very vigilant. If we don't preach, if we don't give the message of the Lord, we will become dry wood. Srila Prabhupada says, material life means dry wood. Hindi mein kya word? Dry wood means? Suki lakdi. Pura suki lakdi hai. Material life. But a Vaishnava tries to carve out Krishna from that dry wood. That is the perfection of his life. We should be like that. Look opportunity everywhere. Are dry wood, yaar chodo. Are dry wood mein you just pull out Krishna's deity. No, that is your success, Srila Prabhupada says. So, I will end here. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions, any comments? अरे बाबा सभी स्माइल कर रहे हैं.
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yes.
You said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only allowed Kalidas to, like his leftover food, he gave him only to Kalidas. Why not other devotees? Or they were not pure or something?
Superb question. Very good question. Sorry?
I think you said he gave to many, also to Kalidas.
The question is very good. Huh? What's your name?
Ravindra.
You are in some BV group?
Yes, sir.
Which group?
Let.
Who is your group leader? Huh? Acha? Oh, Navdeep Mataji. Jai. Okay.
No, you said that he
I got your question.
He gave to
Very good question. Huh? My God. She has heard very nicely. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave only to Kalidas? He was a very exalted devotee. Others were not. What is the answer?
Because he desired it.
Sorry?
Because he desired to get it.
Who do not desire, Mataji? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ka paad se aaye wo pani, like who do not desire? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his mercy to so many, just like I told, no? He was the uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. He delivered Raghunath Goswami through Nityananda Prabhu in the festival, Paniyati festival. You know all those things, you might have heard this. So he has given his mercy in various ways. But here, these 3 he wanted to highlight. Don't demean or take these 3 for granted. Dust from the feet of the devotee, water that has washed the feet of the devotee, and remnants. So he wanted to highlight this, how wonderful, how much gravity it has, that can give you the highest destination in your life, which is Krishna Prema. He wanted to highlight that actually. It doesn't mean that, all others, there were his personal associates, Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Oh my God, they were all exalted, but he has given his mercy to them in different way. Ramananda Raya, Swarup Damodar, Shivananda Singh, like that. And this is a mercy given in this way. It's not that he has never given his water. No, I read, no, some devotees through trick they have already taken. I read that also here. They have taken.
But in the story you once mentioned that specific instruction was there, nobody really.
Yeah, nobody took, but sometimes, devotees do some tricks. Something. हो जाता है. Hari Hari. Any other questions and comments? Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, my question is that, like, during Kalidas was there that time, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. But in current age, is it possible to take a remnants of Vaishnavas, leftover foods or the stuff? Like how to identify who is the pure Vaishnavas, or when I'm taking the remnants of food or the stuff, lotus feet. So am I doing correct or
Hare
making
Baba.
unhygienic?
Hare. What's your name? What is your name?
My name is Satyendra Kumar.
You are in some group?
Not yet.
अच्छा he's a regular? अच्छा रेगुलर है क्या गुगली मारा है हाँ? अरे इतना बोल दिया आपने he took from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? He is our Moola Guru. Then he is the Lord, Bhakta Bhagavan. He is our principal Acharya, Shriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is the Lord also. He took it from him, अरे बाबा सेफ हो गए चलो अभी मैं क्या करूँ बैंगलोर कन्नड़ मंगल में या पणतूर में और सरजापुर में या EACS लेआउट में मैं कहाँ ढूंढूं? That is the question. Somebody can help me. Navdev Mataji बोलिए.
So you mentioned that Kalidas used to take remnants even from the neophytes.
हरि बोल बोलो. हरि बोल. Without hatred and hesitation, try to take this. He has taken the remnants from so-called Shudras also. But still, I should not disappoint you so much. Your question is so valid. There are two things. You told, whom should I take? If possible, take it from all Vaishnavas. Nahi hoga. You tell me somebody who is Shuddha Bhakti. Two qualities I mentioned of a pure devotee in today's class. Can somebody say that? Two things I discussed about a pure devotee. Chaitanya, you remember? No. He exhibits two symptoms. He is very liberal and he is
Eager to take even from the futures.
two things I read, right? One is liberal, another one is simple. He should be very simple by nature. He is very liberal. What do you mean by liberal, Prabhuji? What is mean by liberal? Liberal means what? Huh?
Accepts everyone.
Very charitable, very, he's for the people. He's I'm available for you, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Arey le lo ya Krishna Prema, le lo. Freely about it. Right? So you look for such devotees. If you feel hard to accept, if I say take it from everybody, you might become unconscious also at home. Arey baba, kya bola? So at least look at these devotees who are very liberal, who are simple, something like that. Start taking it and see, work or like just see. It will. That faith Kalidasa had. Because of that solid faith he had in the remnants of Maha Prasadam and the water and the dust, okay, Lelo, you are delivered. Prabhu, hope I clarified to some extent. Okay? Any questions or comments? Any comments? Yes.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for the wonderful class.
Hari Hari.
So, you must be expecting Sunday feast. Many devotees who are here are old Bhakti Riksha members, but there are many those who have just graduated from Gita Code class, or there are many new also faces. So I think you can give a nectar to them in just 5-10 more minutes, and how to be more disciplined in coming to the center's programs, especially on time. Because you are very passionate about timing, it has definitely helped you in your spiritual journey. So if we all can be more disciplined and for attending the Sunday programs, and for the new people also here, because I know many may not be knowing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu much, so something more if you can help them.
If our See, we discussed this in our Bhakti Ruksha orientation. Values are caught than thought. है ना? ऐसे करो, ये करो, वो करो, अरे छोड़ो यार, करके दिखाओ. Values are caught than thought. You cannot teach values. Kut karo. Just like Prime Minister of India. Look at the values he exhibit. Ordinary people are just following, yeah, because he enacts. He's a Raja Rishi. He enacts. And people enact that. So, if you want juniors to be on time, Navadvip Mataji, seniors has to be there. Generally, they say, whenever the curtain, of the Lord during, what is that? Mangalarati, Darshanarati, Bhogarati, Sandhyarati, Shainarati, whenever happens, it's a practice that, we'll be standing. When the curtain, before the curtain opens, we'll be standing. But nowadays it has become ulta. Curtain would have been opened, the Lord would have already seen everybody, then they will come and show their darshan to the Lord actually. It is the other way. Time, place, circumstances, like what to do. It has become like that. So, very difficult to answer to your question, but I'm just struggling to answer. So, we have to exhibit. We have to exhibit that seriousness. Time punctuality is very important, sir. Very important for us. Very important for us. The juniors look at the leader, how punctual he is in time, how punctual he is in his sadhana, in his attitude, in his behavior, in his communication with others. How does he deal in office? How does he deal with his family, friends? Because generally, when we become devotee, we become, throw another piece in each hand. We try to enact. This is good. But it's not there, at least thoda show off karo. अच्छा है. बाद में आ जाएगा. Air India or, Indigo, please come, sir. Please get it. अरे बाबा, कितना प्यार से बुलाते हैं हमको. आजा बैठो इधर. Right? That sort of a thing, at least. We should do that. And slowly we'll get this. Again, coming back to your question, Navadvip Mataji, first it should be enacted by the seniors. It's a top-down approach, Mataji. Pura top se down aa jata hai, parampara. Everybody has to exhibit, others will follow. Others will follow. And one thing we should keep in mind, disciple means discipline. Another meaning is discipline. We should be disciplined. If a person is a disciple, is not disciplined, he is a boj for the spiritual master. He's a for the spiritual master. What sort of a disciple is if he is not disciplined? The discipline should come us in terms of maintaining our time, everything. Then people will learn. Does that answer you to some extent, Mataji?
I got personal instruction also.
Oh, really? Okay, last question or comments? Yes, Prabhu.
So one question. We all know that the mind is the biggest devil in terms of all bhakti and all. So what tips would you like to give something for everybody? How to control this, the mind?
Saying, give me some tips, which controls, by which we could control our mind. Srila Prabhupada could have told this in simple sentences. The essence of Bhakti Yoga, Srila Prabhupada could have given in simple sentences. But we are the descendants of Kali Yuga. Per se, if somebody says, no, we never listen. That is why human Shastra says, Harir Nam, Harir Nam, Harir Nam Eva Kevala. 3 times. Why? Because once if we say, we don't listen. We don't have the habit of listening actually. That's why even scriptures enforces many times. Coming to your question, Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada has beautifully written his books, Pura Vedic literature, so nicely. Any person who reads Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, his life will transform for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Don't you think we are all victims of Srila Prabhupada books? Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? Yes, yeah. Pura victims hai. Srila Prabhupada ka books. And he has told in his books, maybe Gita or through Bhagavatam stories, various things he has done, because if he tells in simple words, we will not listen. इसलिए थोड़ा high-tech people के लिए, all such things, or maybe stubborn people, illiterate people, angry people. He has to cater to very many lives, right? So he has given all these things. The whole gambit of devotional journey or devotional science or devotional life is to hit one's own mind. Did you get me, Prabhu? The whole journey of devotional service is to hit our own mind through Harinam. One example given is Mahalakshmi, right? Lakshmi Maya, she is the wife of Mahavishnu, Krishna. Yes or no? She is said to be Chanchala. Yes or no? Chanchala means what? Doesn't stick in one place. Keep changing. But that Chanchala could very peacefully stay on the chest of her husband Mahavishnu. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, the similar explanation what Srila Prabhupada gives, our mind is chanchala. You told, Arey Baba, pucho mat. It is very tough to control the mind. Hai na? Either it can break or make. Hai na? So, just like Mahalakshmi rests on the chest of Narayana, Prabhupada has told us, always ensure your mind rests on the holy name by uttering Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Final instructions in the 10 offenses, if you could pull out the summary, we should hear these names with full attention, with total dependence on the Lord. These are the two things that is highlighted. Total dependence. What do you mean by total dependence? When His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was submerged, he was lost, he is going to die. What should I do? That is the situation. That should be our move always. Total dependence on the Lord's holy name. And hear attentively. Hear attentively. If you don't hear attentively, that will lead to very many other offenses. Because inattentive chanting is the root cause of offenses. Hear attentively, total dependence on the Lord. This is how we should chastise or mar our own mind. It's not so easy. That is why Srila Prabhupada has not only told this, he gave prasadam also. He gave the association of devotees. He gave the deities for especially the grihasthas to focus so that the mind gets controlled, the senses comes under control. Very many beautiful things he gave. He has given wonderful things for us. With all these things, what we should do? We should try to hit our own mind. This is the essence of devotional service. We do all these things to hit our own mind, to bring it under the control. When this comes under the control, below that, the senses will be controlled. Once it is controlled, you can nicely, you have seen that picture, with horses and all. You can nicely travel. Imagine you have left everything, then I think it will go away somewhere. Hope I answered your question, Prabhu. Okay? Time हो गए नवदीप माता जी?
ऐसा लग रहा है कि क्लास ओवर नहीं होना चाहिए।
अच्छा Last question or last comment from somebody. I think you raised, no? Prabhu?
See, I don't have any questions.
Betty, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I don't have any questions specifically. I just wanted to know something more about yourself. I missed the introduction class.
अच्छा कोई इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया मैंने खुद स्टार्ट किया
Because nobody was there. So I want to give introduction.
Sorry for the thing.
सेल्फ इंट्रोडक्शन किया मैंने क्लास शुरू किया कोई नहीं था
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I hope you all are enjoying the class. Aren't you? Okay, so just as Prabhuji mentioned, that for those who don't know Prabhuji, his name is His Grace Ravindra Nitai Prabhu, and he's a very, very senior devotee and a very senior congregation member here at his home. Okay, and he hails from a family of the devotees of Lord Shiva, right? And in 1989, he was first time attracted to this whole movement of Srila Prabhupada, and he joined his home. In 1996, he took initiation from His Holiness Jai Pataga Swami Maharaj and has been doing some extensive preaching activities throughout the, ISKCON, and I would just like to list out some of his activities which he has contributed. So he has done the congregational development for ISKCON Madikeri, Karnataka, and he was the first person to develop 100 plus Bhakti Vriksha in Bangalore, right? As a Bhakti Vriksha director, right? And he was instrumental in establishing ISKCON Nagar Bhavi branch Bangalore as a center head and the trust president. And currently he is involved in series of new objectives as per spiritual master's instructions. So, and obviously about his preaching and about his, the unique way of delivering the class we have all seen firsthand. It's our great fortune, Prabhu, that you are here with us today, and we would like to have you here over and over again. Thank you.
Hari 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 Hari
Let's chant a one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare